One Zambia, one nation. Thank you so much for joining us on the news desk. This is ZANIS News. Here are the top stories. Kama Health Post receives CDF facelift. Chilubi Islands, Santa Maria seeks upgrade to level 1 hospital. And a 14-year-old girl held by police for dumping baby. And now the news in detail. Minister of Education Douglas Yakalima has announced that 316,690 grade 7 candidates have obtained primary school certificates, while 156,176 grade 9 candidates progressed to grade 10. Mr. Yakalima says out of the 316,690 grade 7 candidates who obtained primary school certificates, 165,131, which represents about 52%, were girls, while 151,559, translating to 48%, were boys. Speaking during a joint release of the 2023 grade 7 and grade 9 examination results in Lusaka, the minister said more girls than boys registered and sat for the 2022 and 2023 examinations. He said that a progression rate of 69.72% has this year been recorded following the abolishment of automatic progression from primary to secondary school effective 2023 grade 7 examinations. Mr. Yakalima further disclosed that of those who progressed to grade 10, 74,375 boys, translating to 48%, and girls amounting to 81,801, translating to 52%. Meanwhile, Examinations Council of Zambia ECZ Director Michael Chilala said once implemented, the proposed curriculum framework will be able to produce Zambians who can compete anywhere globally.
Of the 454,213 Zambian candidates, a total of 316,690 candidates, representing 69.72% obtained the primary school certificate. And of the 316,690 candidates who obtained primary school, that is grade 7 certificates, 165,131, that is 52.14%, were girls, while 151,559, representing 47.86%, were boys. These are the candidates who are eligible for selection to secondary school in 2024. Out of the 291,894 candidates that sat the 2023 junior secondary school leaving examination, 156,315 candidates obtained certificates, representing 53.55%. This showed a marginal decrease in certificate pass rates from 54.1% in 2022. A total of 109,803 obtained statements of results, while 25,776 failed the examination.
Our expectation is that as we move forward, the quality of education offered at secondary school level is going to improve. And we are expecting also that the teachers will have a lesser burden, because currently, Honorable Minister, we've had experiences where secondary school teachers have had to teach learners how to read and write in secondary school, something which is not acceptable.
Sincerely open pit mine in Chingola has become a danger to small-scale miners. Rescue Team Emergency Coordinator Felix Kaonga has told Copperbelt Province Minister Elisha Matambo, who toured the mining area, that gullies that have been formed around the open pit will soon collapse if the rains continue. Details in this report.
Mining at Sensere Open Pit in Chingola on the Copper Belt has become a danger to these small-scale miners who have been camping here to extract copper. The rescue team working to retrieve the miners trapped when rainwater filled the tunnels where they were operating from have expressed worry that these galleries that have been formed can collapse any time and endanger the lives of these miners working here to earn a living.
Okay, so all this is now being worsened by the much rainfall that is coming through. So it's just a matter of time. This will not be there. Yeah. And so actually now what has now become dangerous is that this pit has become a death trap now to anyone who's going in there in this season.
The rescue team, led by Copper Belt Minister Elisha Matambo, toured the entire mining area and later briefed the minister that rains have slowed the progress to retrieve the remaining miners.
These are the ones that we're able to see. They are sitting right on top of the working environment where our rescue teams are. So our fear is that if these embankments are subjected to a prolonged rainfall event, they will be saturated. And when they are saturated, it means that their volumes tend to increase and their weight increases. They will not be sustained by their base. The likelihood is that these will come down. And if they come down, it means that they are coming direct into the working environment where our rescue teams are. So this is actually the danger that we are facing.
The minister was also shown the area where another miner illegally entered Sensere mine and died when soil fell on him just 2 days ago. Later, the minister briefed the press about the entire rescue operation.
Safety department from the Ministry of Mines and all other officials who make the rescue operations team and the technical team. They all have to go and sit down and analyze the whole situation, the way we are going to go ahead with these operations. I think in the next few days they'll come back to us and advise us which is the best way to tackle the operations without having other casualties. The bottom line is that we don't want to have a casualty of those who are trying to rescue or retrieve our brothers who are trapped. We would rather avoid another accident.
It's been 26 days since the miners were trapped at Sensere open pit, and the rescue team is still doing its best under difficult conditions as a result of rains to retrieve the remaining trapped miners. Tovini Ngombe, ZANIS, Chingola.
Now, various stakeholders in the health sector have welcomed President Hakainde Hichilema's call for the production of drugs locally. National Health Research Authority Acting Director Victor Chirwa notes that the initiative will help to create job opportunities in the pharmaceutical industry and other line sectors.
Local production of medicines plays a vital role in maintaining resilience of national healthcare systems, as well as reduce exposure to imports and international supply chains. This is why President Hakainde Hichilema has continued to make calls for the local production of medicines, a move that has been welcomed by stakeholders in the health sector.
With the new effort and initiative by our president, we are excited because it will expand and enhance the local manufacturing capacity of our pharmaceutical industries. And we see not just one or two products as in the case of cholera vaccine, but other products that can address public health issues that we are facing.
If you look at the 7th National Development Plan, it underpins, manufacturing as one of the key pillars, and the pharmaceutical manufacturing has been highlighted as one of the key industries that can help develop this country. So we support the President's call, and that is why at the moment, as we speak, we have what is called the Zambia Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Initiative, which is spearheading this process.
The Pharmaceutical Society of Zambia has stated some of the benefits of manufacturing drugs locally.
You are increasing the wealth in the country because instead of sending away the forex, now the resources remain in country. Secondly, you are creating employment because pharmaceutical manufacturing, along the chain, you have a lot of people employed into the production, into marketing, and also the indirect jobs. Remember those who are supplying the raw materials, packaging materials, it's a whole cascade employment. The other issue is the technology transfer.
And Healthcare Federation of Zambia has proposed a favorable policy environment to support the move.
What it requires is a lot of work from both parties, the public sector and the private sector. I would say from the public sector is trying to make the job of the private sector. In other words, trying to get business to be done easily. Currently, I do know the health fraternity, both pharmaceutical and non-pharma business, even the hospitals, have been complaining about bureaucratic processes and multiple licensing.
The National Health Research Authority is well positioned to ensure ethical research in the local production of medicines is conducted.
And what they're regulating is just to make sure that, particularly when it comes to pharmaceutical products, you are actually venturing into a space of human experimentation, because any product that you are going to manufacture should be tested in humans at the end of the day.
Bupe Sendo for ZANIS News in Lusaka.
One of the stories making headlines in our news: government is rehabilitating Kama Health Post and a staff house in Kama Ward in Mongu District. The two projects are being renovated using the 2023 Constituency Development Fund, CDF, at a cost of 420,000 kwacha. Here's a report.
Kama Ward is the furthest ward in Mongu Central constituency. Government is currently working on 4 CDF projects in this ward. 420,000 kwacha has been allocated to the health post for the rehabilitation of the facility and the staff house. Mongu Central constituency Member of Parliament Oliver Amutike now explains.
We have a clinic, a staff house, the water project where we're going, and then we have a 1x3 CRB classroom there in Galama, the other side, but it's still part of Kama Ward. So that's what we keep saying. We are equitably giving CDF to all the wards in Mongu Central. There's no ward that has been left out. All our wards, there's a CDF project, not project, that's happening in each and every ward of Mongu Central. So Mongu Central wards have all received a share of CDF fund.
Mongu Municipal Council says the quality of works by the contractor are impressive.
Yeah, we have plumbing works, tiling, glazing also. So far we are impressed with the work.
CDF Committee Chairperson Sikuniso Mupo pointed out some challenges.
The time frame for these projects, I would advise that they should be given more time to work on the projects because of the poor terrain that we have here. It takes a long time and also a lot of expenditure on fuels to move material from Mongu to here, or even from Lusaka to here. So it will take quite a long time. Maybe a week would be spent to procure material and bring the material here.
According to Mongu Municipal Council, the staff house and health post will be ready for handover to the community by month end of January 2024. Namakao Kayombo reporting for ZANIS in Mongu, Western Province.
Kasama and Chilubi district hospitals in Northern Province have each received an X-ray machine from government to enhance service provision to the people. Provincial Public Health Specialist Paul Mayeya disclosed the development to ZANIS in an interview in Kasama. Dr. Mayeya stated that the X-ray machines were procured through the Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, ZAMSA. He said the machines have already been delivered to the two districts and are awaiting installation by the supplier. Dr. Mayeya explained that the procurement of the machines will help address the challenges that the two districts face in delivering health services to the people.
Northern Province has received two X-ray machines. These are digital X-ray machines that are already in the province, and they are just awaiting installation by the vendor. Yeah, so I think for us as a province, it's a great milestone, especially for the people of Kasama district, who have had, huge challenges in accessing sustainable X-ray services in the radiology department at Kasama General Hospital. Because the one that we've had has been obsolete for a long time. Had frequent breakdowns, so we are very grateful that with this procurement, I think by ZAMSA through the Ministry of Health is really going to go a long way, and we hope that it will ease the burden of the patients accessing the X-ray services.
Chilubi Islands, Santa Maria seeks upgrade to Level 1 hospital. These and many other stories. Stay tuned.
What is cholera?
Cholera is a diarrheal disease. A person with cholera will have severe diarrhea and vomiting. The stool will be watery, like rice water. The patient will become dehydrated due to loss of body fluids. The patient may die within 12 hours if he or she does not get proper medical treatment.
How can one get cholera?
Drinking untreated or contaminated water. Eating foods with contaminated, dirty hands, or using utensils washed with untreated water. Eating uncovered foods that has been exposed to flies. Eating cold or leftover foods that have not been properly stored. Eating food sold on the streets. Eating fruits and vegetables that have not been washed.
How can we prevent cholera?
Treat your drinking water by boiling or using chlorine. Do not eat foods from the streets. Wash your hands with soap and treated water after using the toilet. Heat food before eating it. Cover all food to keep away flies. Use the toilet always. Avoid using containers or plastic bags for the disposal of fecal matter. Make sure all feces are disposed of in the toilet. Keep the toilet clean and covered.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in conjunction with the Zambian National Public Health Institute.
Management at Santa Maria Mission Hospital on Chilubi Island has appealed to government to formally declare the health facility from rural health to Level 1 hospital. Hospital sister in charge, Catherine Kawe, says Santa Maria Mission conducts services of a Level 1 hospital but has inadequate health personnel that fit into a hospital status.
Santa Maria Mission Hospital is one of the 9 remotest hospitals in Northern Province. The hospital has been saving over 100,000 people of Chilubi Island since 1903. Despite having been verbally declared a Level 1 hospital in 2020, the facility, which is operated by the Sisters of the Child Jesus, is still a rural health center on paper.
Staff here, we have a very bad shortage. We have 7 nurses who are doing night shift and during the morning and the evening shift, just 7. Then we have 2 clinical officers. One is under government, one is under NGO. We have no doctor, we have no medical licentiate. So that gives us a challenge, like to give effective nursing care to our patients because of the shortage that we have. Not according to the hospital, because even if we have been pronounced as a hospital, we have no establishment.
To top it all, the hospital has never received any facelift since it was built.
As we were pronounced to be the first ever hospital, we need to have like NICU ward or department where we put the premature babies. But we have cot beds, we have incubators, but where to put them is a challenge. Even the ward for the PCM children. Yeah, the word for the PCM children is not there. So we just mix them with the other children who are sick. And you know, when you mix the PCM child with these other cases, because of their low immune system, they will easily catch up the disease. Yeah, even the room for the ART and TB, TB has not the room, even including ART, we have just improvised.
Patients at the hospital have also noted the challenges that presently affecting quality health service delivery.
Kino chipatala chakulirwa kali sana. Ilo abo chatanga tabapusukirapo bengi sana. Notuwa ayamana numbam ayambya makiliniki alekurwa niriri nefe yakulirwa lero kino chipatala chali bomba sana. Niriri ne mushevefi nofine ndi muno chile bomba. Lero okulomba kuningalomba kufika okubuteko. Kino chipatala watumina kwa babomfi na bambi. Emkwai pantu bali chepa. Emkwai lero na fimbi nefisolo besho. Fyakubomfya pa chipatala.
Since its establishment, Santa Maria Mission Hospital has been committed to provide quality and cost-effective health care to the communities of Chilubi and beyond. Sheila Masua for ZANIS in Chilubi, Northern Province.
Still in health news, the Ministry of Health has allocated over 1 million insecticide-treated nets to Muchinga Province in a quest to eliminate malaria cases. Provincial Health Director David Silweya disclosed the development in an interview with ZANIS in Chinsali. Dr. Silweya stated that the mosquito nets are expected to arrive in the province by next week for onward distribution to all 8 districts in the province. Meanwhile, Dr. Silweya said the Ministry of Health in the province is currently consolidating data that was collected during the just-ended registration exercise to ensure that it corresponds to the number of nets that will be distributed. Cattle wrestlers have stolen, killed, and abandoned carcasses of 6 heads of cattle valued at over 60,000 kwacha at a local farm in Fubera area of Chief Nkole's chiefdom in Kapirimposhi district. District Commissioner Francis Hasalama has confirmed the incident, which happened on Sunday around 04 hours, and expressed concern over the increasing cases of livestock thefts in the district. Mr. Hasalama has since called for enhanced vigilance among livestock farmers and pleas to curb the loss of animals to thefts, which he said was depriving livestock farmers in the area from benefiting from their long-term investments. And owners of the animals have appealed to government for help during this farming season as they use the animals for agricultural activities.
These thieves could be hammering not only here in Kapiri, but in other neighboring districts. So my information to the farmers around Kapiri to be alert through and through, because they are not very far. They will be going from crow to crow. Such a thing, we have to work together to get rid of these people and catch these who are doing this. This is really painful when you look at this wealth someone invested, got over years and just overnight. He does this thing.
It's 04. Tubuke nomba tetupope kuyasange ngombe mchibata pale. Nabambi baleisa orubiro. Ati mwese numone pali ngombe sho bayipa ya parodi pala mwese mumone. Kuyamona kuyasanga ati abasune bandi babiri bonse nabepa. La chafani.
Mane baze bachimbusha febuti checking engombe kuya mukucheckinga kusanga ati ngombe muchibaya takuli shonse sha umefe shonse bayipa kwa shala fe tunono twakweba titeti ulimishe na fya kuchita fyonse tapati chilalima nikachilife imfula ya lichero kuisi.
We take a break, and when we return, residents of Chief Kambombo's area appeal for crossing points. Stay tuned.
What is cholera?
Cholera is a diarrheal disease. A person with cholera will have severe diarrhea and vomiting. The stool will be watery, like rice water. The patient will become dehydrated due to loss of body fluids. The patient may die within 12 hours if he or she does not get proper medical treatment.
How can one get cholera?
Drinking untreated or contaminated water. Eating foods with contaminated, dirty hands, or using utensils washed with untreated water. Eating uncovered foods that has been exposed to flies. Eating cold or leftover foods that have not been properly stored. Eating food sold on the streets. Eating fruits and vegetables that have not been washed.
How can we prevent cholera?
Treat your drinking water by boiling or using chlorine. Do not eat foods from the streets. Wash your hands with soap and treated water after using the toilet. Heat food before eating it. Cover all food to keep away flies. Use the toilet always. Avoid using containers or plastic bags for the disposal of fecal matter. Make sure all feces are disposed of in the toilet. Keep the toilet clean and covered.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in conjunction with the Zambian National Public Health Institute.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. This is ZANIS News. Now, access to social amenities in Chief Kambombo's area in Chama district of Eastern Province has remained a challenge due to lack of crossing points. The community has appealed to government to put up some crossing points and rehabilitate some feeder roads which are impassable, especially during the rainy season. We have the details by Lobasi Mtafela.
This is the newly built maternity annex at Sitwe Health Post in Chief Kambombo's area in Chama district of Eastern Province under the Constituency Development Fund meant to service the population of this area. But the infrastructure may not fully yield its intended results, as the community here now have a challenge of access due to lack of a crossing point across the river, particularly expectant mothers.
But possible bridge, Luwumbu River, you itakanyi zinandi, vandu husuzika po crossa dambo. Again, mamoto ka during the season yombuka cha, chani chikuru kuno, so next year sitting but tandize bridge pa
ni bridge hapa kutoa tumangireko bridge pandrama CDF because hapa mvula ikaloka kupita pa mavuta hapa, so munga mwamene mwaonera tito kunyamula, so kunyamula olangati ni Honda ni Katundu then chimangala chovuta.
Chief Kambombo is equally worried, but is hope for the new Dawn administration will come to the rescue of his subjects.
The road issue is killing us. Once the rain comes, we are cut off from the rest of Zambia. Nothing doing, things just come up to the boma. The government work on the roads here.
But the Chama Town Council has plans to resolve this challenge.
Rainy season, meet after the rainy season, we'll try by all means to upgrade these roads already which are in place, and see if there are other areas we are going to open up since we have the machine. We'll try to actually work on these issues like what the chief raised. The road network system is not actually, not like in certain areas, it's not even available.
Actually, the road that leads to Senior Chief Kambombo, as you may be aware, that road was already on contract. So the contract was terminated because of resources. But we are yet to engage another contractor so that he continues where this contractor left.
Basim Tafela, ZANIS, Chama District, Eastern Province.
Sub-Chief Chimba of the Bemba people in Mungwi District of Northern Province has appealed to government to work on the Nseluka-Kayambi Road due to its economic importance. Sub-Chief Chimba says once upgraded, the road that links Kasama and Mungwi districts to Nakonde District via Chozi will boost economic development and ease the movement of people. He also called for the upgrading of Chimba Rural Health Center to a mini hospital to cater for the growing population in the area. The sub-chief was speaking through a representative, Sylvester Nkole, when a team of officials from the United Party for National Development, UPND, paid a courtesy call on him over the weekend. The Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise Development says over 1,700 micro, small and medium enterprises have been linked to various business opportunities in 2023. Ministry Permanent Secretary Subeta Mutelo also revealed that in the same period, her ministry has offered capacity building to 887 cooperatives. Mona Chibende now reports.
Small and medium enterprises provide employment opportunities in local communities and are often a significant source of jobs in rural and undeserved areas where opportunities to work in big corporations are not available. By creating jobs, MSMEs help to reduce unemployment rates and stimulate economic growth. This is why government, through the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise Development, has been linking SMEs to various business opportunities.
So in the 2023 year, Muna, the ministry has managed to help connect MSMEs to chain stores and large supermarkets. I'm happy to mention that ShopRite, Choppies, Pick n Pay, Melissa Supermarket as well, have been very supportive to the MSMEs, especially those who are doing food processing. Once they process their food, their agro foods, they're able to take them to these chain stores. And the business has been very good, and many MSMEs are now appreciating what the ministry is doing and appreciating why His Excellency, Mr. President Hakainde Hichilema created this ministry. Basically, that's the reason why we created it. It's to foster and develop the MSMEs and the cooperatives, and we have done very good in the year 2023. So going to figures, capacity building for cooperatives and MSMEs, a total of 887 cooperatives were trained in all the 10 provinces, which is distributed in terms of Central Province having 230 and the Copper Belt having 260. In total, 490 MSMEs, and the rest are cooperatives that were trained by the Ministry of MSME. Cooperative training and education, the ministry capacity built 1,993 cooperatives to strengthen their governance systems as well as entrepreneurship in promoting the value chain.
And James Chiwala, a director of sales and marketing at CNC 360 Consulting Limited, explains the importance of training SMEs in the country.
Most of the SMEs are not knowledgeable in the area of compliance, and you realize that compliance is one of the one of the key things that is very important even as you are producing various products and services. We have, in our quest to develop compliance issues with the MSMEs, we have linked a number of our MSMEs to statutory bodies such as Zambia Bureau of Standards, and we have seen a lot of this.
An SME thanked government for introducing the Small and Medium Enterprise Development Ministry.
An SME now is really exciting with the introduction of the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises, because they've created a platform where we get to interact and share problems and solutions and strategize on how we can improve our businesses and help them to take off and grow. It's been exciting, and we were having challenges, but now through the interactions with CNC and the ministry itself, we've had linkages with Chain Store, which is Choppies, and now we're actually, right now as I speak, we have our first order to supply all the Choppies outlets in the country. So it's been amazing. We have our statistics and our numbers have changed. Our cash flow is getting better, and we're looking forward to growing more.
Munachi Bende for ZANIS in Lusaka.
Students undergoing skills training at Copperbelt Professional College under the Constituency Development Fund CDF Skills Training Program are asking government to transfer them to another institution due to alleged substandard training. The students who held a peaceful protest alleged that the school certifies students as having undergone driving training without practical lessons due to faulty vehicles. And Mufulira Mayor Tanaeli Kamanga said the Mufulira Municipal Council is in receipt of the allegations by the students and is actively investigating the matter. Lastly, in our news, police in Chibombo district have detained a 14-year-old girl of Kayumba village for allegedly dumping her newly born baby into a pit latrine. Chibombo District Commissioner Lloyd Kayeka has told ZANIS that the incident happened last week and that the baby was, however, retrieved alive after 3 days by the neighbors who heard it crying from the pit latrine.
Peacefully, the baby lies in the hands of the mother, who allegedly dumped her in a pit latrine immediately after being born. 3 days she spent in the pit latrine before the neighbors heard her crying and retrieved her. Chibombo District Commissioner Lloyd Kayeka visited the baby at Mwatsompola Level 1 Hospital, where the mother has also been taken by the police for the purpose of breastfeeding the baby.
Past Saturday,
Mr. Kaeka is saddened by this incident.
The mother couldn't even tell the parents to say this is what has happened until the neighbors heard a baby cry. Monitor the growth until the time when this baby will reach the age of going to school, so that as a government we will take the show of making sure that we educate the baby.
Kabakwe Mwila is a health worker who attended to the baby. She explains why she decided to name her Miracle.
The baby had some wounds on the thigh and some blisters on the chest, on the lateral chest of the baby. Imagine a baby, instead of dying out of bleeding, but the cord had to seal from the edge. Initially it starts from the joint where it joins the abdomen, but it started from the far end, and that's how it ended up sealing the bleeding, hence making this baby to be a miracle.
Meanwhile, the DC presented gifts to 5 Christmas babies recorded across the district. Trevor Luala for ZANIS in Chivombo District.
Thank you, Trevor, for that report, and a miracle indeed. Here is a reminder of the top stories. Kama Health Post receives CDF facelift. Chilubi Island, Santa Maria seeks upgrade to level 1 hospital. Chief Kambombo's area appeal for crossing points. And a 14-year-old girl held by police for dumping baby. That is all we had on the news. On behalf of the entire production team, my name is Amos Zulu. Enjoy the rest of the programming.